Hello everyone, and thank you for being virtually present with us today. We will give a couple of minutes before we start to see if anyone else will be joining. Let me know where are you joining us from. I can see some presence already. Hi, Lisa. Lisa from Moscow, welcome. Nicole from Canada, hello. Hi Joyce from Brazil, welcome. I am good, Lisa, thank you. Barcelona is great. I hope Russia is good too. I mean, we are back to phase 2 here, but all is well. Better than not being able to go out at all. Okay, I will wait for one more minute and then we can start. Can you all hear me well? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me well. Perfect. Yes, all is great. Perfect, then let us all begin. So I am Hind Naaman. I am Lebanese living in Barcelona. Well, during this session, we will tackle one of the most trending topics, digital education. But prior to that, I have 2 questions or tasks for you to answer, because I would like to know more about your interest in the field, okay? Question 1. I would like you please to complete this sentence with 1 word or more, okay? Education gives us. Let me see what you have. education gives us. I give you 3 points, 3 dots. Use your creativity. So, Nicole, let's complete the sentence. Education gives us 3 dots. Fill in the dots. Give me a word or more than a word. What does education give you? Opportunity. Vision. What else? Power. Yes, it does give us power. I mean, education gives us power, knowledge, skills, growth, ability to change, systematic instructions, enlightening experiences, different perspectives, positive attitude, and the list doesn't end. You know, it's such a big word. Now, why are you interested in digital education management? This is such a personalized question, but I would like to have some of the answers, please. Why are you interested in this webinar and in digital education management? Yes, it gives us power, of course. The future, Tara. Yes, it is. It is the present and the future. Any other answer? Why are you interested in digital education management? Okay, then we will find out together later on throughout the lecture, the webinar, why you're interested, and maybe you will be able to answer the question yourself. Now, taking into consideration your targets and expectation, today we will answer several questions. But prior to that, if you are asking yourself why I was chosen to give this workshop, there's only one reason: my passion for education. Education in all its forms and meanings, facilitating learning, teaching and applying different teaching methods, earning new skills and transferring some, orienting students to making educational choices, promoting international education, supporting the concept of continuous education, managing educational departments and institutions, believing in the importance of digital education, and the list could go on and on. I mean, it is because of this passion and belief I have in this field and in its power that I strived and worked hard to reach where I am today. Today, I am doing a PhD in education management. I'm managing an international online campus. I am part of a research group for European projects in Africa, and I am working to start my own business in digital education, in the field of education. Without a will for personal growth and without passion for this field, one cannot, or even should not, work in any format of education, presential, blended, or online. As education is more than a job, it is a message that affects directly the present and future of a human being. This being said, we will answer several questions that will tackle digital education as a trend, its advantages, its technicalities and methodology, the opportunities it provides you with, and how to start your business in digital education management. How and why did digital education become a trend? The local, it exists in Barcelona. I know you are asking me questions now, but I will answer all these questions at the end, okay? I promise. Now, How and why did digital education become a trend? Let me start by telling you that online education or digital education is here to stay. The process began in the 90s with distant education, and since then, the perception of online education started to switch slowly from negative to positive throughout the years, especially after several obstacles that traditional education faced due to some pandemic as influenza A and B, and today the COVID-19. Online education has changed the scenery of modern education to an extent that it could even jeopardize or endanger any form of traditional education. Having internet everywhere, having different platforms and online tools to share resources such as channel, pages, blogs, emails, made online education accessible for everyone. One can learn whenever they want, wherever they want, and with whomever they want. And you, as a professional, teacher, lecturer, speaker, expert, which I will summarize all in calling you an instructor, administrator, or business owner, have also the complete power to work from wherever, whenever, and with whomever you want. Trust me, I'm talking from an experience. I work virtually, and there's nothing more comfortable than setting your own working environment. You can also continuously be creative in your content through just updating whatever you already have or creating something new whenever you find it suitable and necessary, rather than every time entering a class in traditional education and repeating from zero whenever you enter this class. Digital education gives the opportunity to students of every kind to study. Those who have a job, those who need to take care of their families, those who enjoy traveling, everyone, with no exception. And it also provides professionals with the ability to develop their skills through continuous education without having their personal or professional life affected. Just to let you know that digital workshops and trainings are companies' first choice to train employees nowadays. So imagine the market. Another question, what kind of opportunities will I have if I dive deep into a program as digital education management? Let me speak a bit about the word management and management in education. Why one needs management skills when teaching or when having a business in education? Well, after 10 years of teaching experience with different age groups and different classes and working with students and teachers directly, I would like to note that no education and no educator could be successful in a class on campus or online if they lack management skills. This includes time management, conflict management, interaction management, forward planning and strategic thinking, and more. I mean, if one want to be a successful instructor, you should know how to balance between strictness and kindness, laughs and seriousness in your class. And if you are planning to open your own business or online course in education and manage it and work in it, like work in any business of digital education, then you would need to know how to manage a whole business. So diving into digital education management would help you learn more about operations, sales, marketing, finance, methodology, so you could be ready to launch your own project. Digital education management is a program that is mostly targeted to the following people. Listen and let me know if you fit in any of these categories. You don't have to write, just listen. Maybe write the number if you want, because I'm going to number them. 1. People who are working in an online school, institution, or university. 2. Those who would like to become future professionals in this field. This will help them to have positions in any department they prefer. For example, the jobs could be operation director of a digital school, chief executive officer, academic director, academic coordinator, head of program, marketing director, sales representative, student support, etc. 3. People whose job at an education institution was affected by COVID-19 and have to move online. So it was something that they didn't expect. People who have an expertise in a skill and would like to create and manage their own online course and share it. This, for example, could be an extra income for any professional. And 5, people who are planning to have their own online school or digital business in education. And finally, those who are interested in education in general and its newest trends. What are the advantages of online education? Now, if I want to list the advantages of working in digital education or even studying digitally, I could go on and on for ages. So I will speak briefly about the ones I found myself the most important. Accessibility and variety. The online course could be accessed from anywhere and at any time. Also, a very large selection of course types is available online and students have access to all of them. So you just have to think what skill you have that you want people to learn and work into transferring this skill, your knowledge, to an online course. Another advantage, flexibility and self-paced teaching and learning process. Set your own schedule. Decide when to be available online. Give your students the opportunity to learn on their own pace with no pressure. Set along with your student the timeline of your course. Digital education allows comfort and teaching to go together. Another advantage, stay up to date and personalize your course. Online teaching allows you to edit your content, your course, continuously and to add materials and share with your students the newest trends and topics very easily. You are able to continuously reinforce the content and skills depending on the level and expectations of the group you are teaching. One more advantage would be easily accessible resources and platforms. There are numerous ways to create a course and to share it online. Also, there are numerous resources to make your course more engaging and lively, such as ebooks, PDF, activities, videos. You are able to use them for free. And the last advantage I want to speak about is lower cost than traditional education. The cost will be lower for you and for your student. However, the profits will be higher. How? Because you financially do not need to pay space, do not have to be limited in a specific zone to have the students. You can have students from everywhere. As for the students, they will have the opportunity to continuously have updated content with good quality, and they will have the opportunity to select which instructor, which courses they would like to take, without losing neither the time nor the money for transportation. Digital learning is changing the world, not only through connecting people and bringing the international experience home, no, although it's very important, but also through working on improving the work conditions and career opportunities of instructors. What kind of obstacles one might face? When it comes to obstacles, the most important one is related to the disruption of internet connection or technical issues. I mean, we might have some problems sometimes with our internet, but one can just reschedule a class if it was live, or if not, work when the internet connection comes back. So that's not a big deal. However, I want you please to hear me in this. For some markets in some countries, having internet or a laptop is a privilege. And I would like to urge every person, every instructor who is working or will be working online to think of ways to keep these people in their mind and of ways to share their courses with these vulnerable communities. Remember, education is a message first and foremost. Another main point for students who will be taking online classes, some of them might see it as an obstacle, is that they should be aware of the importance of self-discipline and self-motivation when studying. I mean, this type of courses needs lots of efforts from students' side and might not work with all types of students, especially young ones. So whenever you want to launch, or if you are thinking of launching your business in digital education, please take into consideration your audience. What skills do you need to acquire to become a professional in digital education management? The skill that one needs and that one could acquire throughout studying digital education management are a lot. But what I consider the most important could be put in 3 categories. First category, educational skills. Subject expertise is the core. Of course, you don't want to share something or your knowledge in something you do not know enough. Presentation skills. The way you prepare your slides or videos to help in transferring your knowledge. Online course creation skills. I mean, digital skills are important, and knowing how to create your online course is the basic of teaching online. There are lots of tutorials, and usually different platforms offer different ways of doing it. Second category, communication skills. Communication. How to write and control your language. You know, you're not live with your students, so you have to know which tone to use, which style, and make sure that your learner will understand your message. Compassion and empathy. Students, especially online ones, might share some personal problems with their instructor. To explain, for example, missing a deadline or missing a submission. It is important to have empathy with your learners and to be compassionate and to deal with each case individually. Patience. Students studying online might be sometimes anxious, sometimes overwhelmed, especially if it's their first experience. So patience is crucial for an instructor. To explain more than once sometimes for students to grab the message is very important. And finally, management skills. Time management. Schedule your work, prioritize tasks, and make sure to respect the set timing. Problem solving and decision making. You will be dealing with people from different cultures, different ages, different expectations. So always in front of a problem, whether this problem is in the business or whether this problem is with the students, study the circumstances and study them wisely and find fast the most relevant solution. Interpersonal skills. If you have a team or working with one, remember, in all jobs, in all work, it's a part of management skills. You have to connect with your team members and to get to know them more on a professional but also on a personal level. Planning and strategic thinking. Where do you want to reach in your business or work? Check the global picture. Set a strategy, plan, and work towards your goals. Commercial awareness. Understand the marketplace its surroundings, and your competitors. These are the main skills needed to manage a digital business or to teach online. These skills, you could grow them by studying digital education management, any relevant course to it too. What type of education can I offer online? Big question. There are tons of courses that you could offer online. However, remember, you should choose what is relevant to your expertise. Let me give you some course examples. I have a lot. Everything related to computer and technology is booming nowadays. How to build a website, software programming, cell phone repair, robotics, computer science, health and medicine, engineering, chemistry, nutrition, physics, business and entrepreneurship, blogging, freelancing, e-commerce, digital marketing, branding, arts, drawing, painting, photography, guitar, graphic design, web design, sewing, fashion, interior design, fitness, home workouts, yoga, martial arts, sports, Pilates, weight loss, educational, language courses, coaching, business coaching, media training, instructional design, child psychology, writing and content creation, content marketing, blogging, YouTube creation, academic writing, storytelling, personal development, goal setting, study skills, emotional intelligence, confidence, networking, public speaking, negotiating, conflict management, studies and career, one of my favorites, test preparation, college choice, getting an internship, LinkedIn, job interviews, entertainment, video editing, video production, Adobe, politics, government, global diplomacy, politics and morality, social science, critical thinking, counseling, accounting, math, statistics, algebra, probability, lifestyle, fashion, gaming, music, gardening, and many others. You just have to think of what you know best and what you could transfer in the best way. Will my course be credible? If you want to open your online school or you want to work with one, people will often verify whether your online program is accredited by checking it with an outside authority to ensure that this program meets high standards of quality. You should work on getting such an accreditation if you are an owner of the school, and in case you want to work with the school, make sure that the school has such an accreditation and its programs are considered of high quality according to outside authority. If you just want to have an online course using a well-known platform, write about you, share your expertise, share your certificate, diplomas, awards, projects, portfolio, so you could allow the user to understand your expertise in the field, and after make sure that your students would write reviews. This is how you earn your credibility. Several platforms also allow you to give completion certificate, which is something really nice. You could always also start from zero through social media and build your own image, and then start giving paid webinars and courses through different means such as Zoom or Skype or many more. I will give you an example. I have a friend here in Barcelona. She is a child psychotherapist and started her Insta page a while ago. I'm talking about beginning of 2020. She started sharing short instructional videos for parents on how to raise their children and sharing some helpful tips through visuals. From 0 supporters to 10,000 now. She doesn't even need to have another job. She earns her living from the incomes coming from the workshops, the webinars she is offering, and she has clients from all around the world too. All because of the credibility she gained and she earned from her social media and her hard work. What platforms should I use to start my online business? If you want to build your own official online school from beginning to the end, here are some examples of some platforms you could use. You could use Moodle, you could use Microsoft Teams, you could even create your own website. But if you want to create your online course and maybe later extend it to a school, there are also some platforms that you can use, which I would mention. Kajabi, Uscreen, Thinkific, Teachable, Udemy, Ruzuku, with IQ, and many more. How do these platforms charge? These platforms could charge in different ways. Monthly, through maintenance fee for users. I mean, of course, it changes depending on the features that you would like to have. Pre-sale course fee, percentage from selling, transaction fee. And some have both, monthly maintenance and transaction fee. Let me give you some examples. For example, Kajabi, the range would be for the maintenance fee $119 to $319 US. Teachable, they take for maintenance fee from $29 to $399, and they take 5% on the transaction. Italki, it's free, and they take 15% of the transaction. So here are some examples. I'm sure you can find a lot more and a lot more details through the net. Now, in all cases, what you have to know is that the cost to start your online business in education is very low to start with. How to choose the best platform, because the market is also big. Before you choose a platform, the most important question you should ask is relevant to accessibility. How and where do you want your school to be used? Do you want people to be able to access it through their phones and devices too, or only through the web? Make sure you choose the platform that gives you the more control over your content, your data, your pricing, and other aspects and features. Make sure it has all the necessary tutorials and tools that you can use to learn. Remember, although the platform is an important choice, what matters is the content you are offering and the way you are offering it. What market should be targeted for online schools, and will this lead to a monetary profit? Market and profit-wise, according to the Global Forecast 2025 on online education prepared by Markets and Market in May 2020, it is expected that the global digital education market size to grow from $8.4 billion in 2020 to $33.2 billion in 2025 at a compound annual growth rate of 31.4% during the forecast period. That's why over 10 million people have accounts on websites like Udemy, and online universities have a growth to up to 40% on online programs. Why? Internet is mostly everywhere. No infrastructure cost. There is a growing demand on mastery learning, skill learning, competence learning. Lots of technological advancement. People want to learn, but without being limited to a specific time and place. As for your audience, they are self-motivated students from all over the world that want to learn different subjects. They need flexibility in time and place and low cost. The same forecast report also shows that the biggest market for digital education adoption is North America. The US and Canada are expected to have the highest adoption rates of digital education platforms and services because they aim to improve the skill sets of their employees and the technicalities among students. Having your own online course or school is one of the cheapest, most profitable online businesses you can start. For just a small investment, you have the chance to grow a large and stable income. Example, the average USPN school owner generates $5,700 as a monthly passive income. What is the methodology used for online learning and teaching, and to what extent is it interactive? There are different ways to prepare your class online and to share it. Some people would like to use live sessions. Good idea if you have one-to-one class for a specific skill, or if your audience has already showed interest in being live at a specific time. However, the most successful methodology used for online school or courses for groups is recorded sessions, videos, which are prepared to meet your students' expectations. Why? Because your students are from everywhere and have different time zones, and they registered in an online course due to its flexibility. So you cannot ask them to be present every time at a specific schedule. What is your role then as an instructor, as a business owner? Your role as an instructor should be that of a mentor, of a supporter. Your role shifts from delivering the message to listening and supporting. So this takes place with the interaction time that has to be after the students watch the sessions or the videos or whatever. How will students practice what they learned? Through relevant assignments, papers, group project, real-world project. How does interaction take place online between teachers, students, and students? Very easy, because most platforms offer several communication modes: emails, discussion groups, chats, instant messaging, audio, video conferencing tool. There are lots, and also these are used for questions and feedback. Through these modes, the remote learners can communicate with the instructor and can also participate in cooperative projects or papers with other students. As an online instructor, how do you make sure to engage your students? Most importantly, show enthusiasm in your recordings. Setting some live sessions, individuals or in group. Interacting with students individually or in groups and motivating them. Initiating and contributing to discussions. Continuously sharing up-to-date links, articles, documents. Giving feedback and answering questions. Encouraging pair and group work. Sharing relevant experiences and stories. And planning transformational educational games. Running an online business to transfer your skill to others is not hard at all. You just need organization and motivation to make your class memorable. Now, we will finish with some success stories and then a roadmap for you to start your digital education business. This is for you, Santi, because you are asking me how to start. I'm going to let you know in a bit. Success stories. Some success stories that you could check for online schools. Magic Stream. This is a great example. Magic Stream is an online school for magicians. I mean, for $12.99 per month, magicians can access hundreds of videos to improve their skills. And with such payment, even with just 100 students, the school will earn passively $1,200. Also, the school, they offer different courses. I mean, you can, of course, buy them. If you are a magician and you are interested, of course, you can buy them and continue and study them. Or you can even create your own and become the competitor. Code Academy, another school with different courses about programming and codes. You start for free and then you pay for your own course. Now, these are online schools. I'm going to speak now about some examples of some courses. Lee Wilson has a course called myexbackcoach.com. If you have a bad relationship and you want to get back your ex, you can check this course. This course made up to $200K the first year. Another course that is also very successful is 220 complete Python bootcamp from zero to hero in Python. Learn how to start from the basics and go all the way to creating your own applications and games. 305,901 ratings, over 1,062,000 students bought this course. And imagine that each of these students paid $200 to have access to this course created by one person called Jose Portillo. And many more success stories of online courses. You have the Web Developer Bootcamp, the Ultimate Drawing Course, Beginner to Advanced, Character Design and Story Development for Children books, Great Marriages Start Here, Email Marketing Magic, and several others. How to start? 1. Know your passion, your strength, and readiness for risks financially. 2. Know and then choose your audience. What kind of people are you targeting? What age groups? What backgrounds? 3. Pick the core skill to teach. What are you good at? What is your expertise? Do you have enough knowledge and experience to share? Would someone want to pay to listen to you? 4. Plan your lesson. Organize your ideas. Prepare an outline. Detail the outline and elaborate the content. 5. Create your school's platform. Choose your platform wisely and then create your classes. 6. Find your students online. Do the right marketing to reach the right audience. Use social media and advertising. 7. Be up to date and adapt to changes when necessary. 8. Do things your way. Now, I'm going to give you a few minutes for questions if you have any. Thank you so much, Shakir. I hope I said your name correctly. Do we have any questions before? How do you start? Santi, I hope I answered you. Let me know if you have other questions. I'm going to give you like 2 minutes, or if you have feedback, comments, please be free. Okay then. You're the most welcome, Lisa. Bekis, our local is in Barcelona. Perfect, checker. Nicole, as I already said, I think the biggest challenges are with internet connection and the technical part of using technology these days, because sometimes we might face some problems. And also we should always remember the competition, because this is also something to think of. However, it doesn't matter if you have the right knowledge and the right skills to transfer the knowledge. I hope I answered your question. Okay then, I will close then. To sum up, digital education is the present and surely the future of education. It serves different people. Students who need to work and cannot be present in class, or those who would love to travel and study. Professionals to keep up with the advances at the workplace and to be up to date. People who would like to change their careers and need new skills. And any person who would appreciate long-time learning. I will stop here to answer Bushra. Bushra, you grab your audience with the front page that you create for your website or for your school, and with your own social media marketing. You have to expose yourself and what you're good at. Hope your question is answered. So, if you have a skill to share through a course, if you would like to start your online school, if you are interested in working in an online school, or if you are just passionate about education, diving into digital education management would help you perfect the process and ensure success. I will finish the session with a story I read about MIT. MIT, one of the most prestigious universities in the USA. In 2002, they put their entire curriculum freely available in the internet for 10 years. Why? Why would the school do that? Because what matters is the method of teaching and not the content. So if you have the passion and you have the skills needed to transfer the knowledge, and you have the necessary knowledge, do not hesitate to dig deeper into the program of digital education management in order to create your own digital education business. Please know that you could always contact me through LinkedIn if you have any question or you need any support. If you want more information about the program of digital education management, please contact GBSP Global Team. Thank you for joining today and have a great summer. Ciao!